show the people the truth, that still, unfortunately, we do have people involved in this darkness, in this craft of hurting others and doing things, like making people not to have children, not being married, or making somebody die, have a car accident, God forbid. It still does exist, unfortunately, and it happens every day. I don't know, Tex, did you, and Paul and Donny, what do you think when you guys did see this video?
It was intense. It was
Yeah.
intense. It's pretty scary. It was freaky.
And it reminds me of some of my.
You're on mute, Paul.
Yeah, I have something for you because of that video.
Can you unmute yourself, Paul?
Let me show you.
Okay. He's getting something. He's excited, but he's getting something.
Yeah.
I love Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, our Paul is always on. He's a big Christian.
Oh.
Paul, you're muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, okay.
Paul, you're muted. Yes.
Okay.
Yay.
What did you find out is if you could hear me loud better?
Yeah. Okay, there are so many, these paranormal groups, and they will not do demonic cases. Those cases always came to me. That's how my nickname, the Demon Warrior, came about, because I do all the demonic cases. Okay, one of the cases I had, I'm gonna tell you some of my strangest cases. One of the cases that I had, as soon as I walked in, you smelled something really putrid. And I went into the back room, and she says, yeah, my roommate is possessed. Come to find out, he was taking his feces and throwing it up against the wall. So all you saw was all these brown little piles of stuff on the wall. He was throwing, yeah, I looked at it and I said, oh my God, that was one of the cases I couldn't do. I said, this is gross.
Paul doesn't do poo.
Yeah, I don't do poo-poo. Okay? I just don't do poo-poo. And my investigators, they all walked out. Okay, that was one case. Second case, San Francisco. And I think I've told this story before, but it was two obese women. And as we walked into the apartment, the whole apartment was infested with cockroaches. I put my holy water on the counter, and the cockroaches actually went to the holy water because they were so thirsty. I had to put my equipment in this bag up on this pedestal so the cockroaches wouldn't go into my bag and I would take them home. My investigators all walked outside. They said, that place is disgusting. We don't want to be in there. And they actually hung outside, and these two obese women wanted me to bless the house. I looked, and there was this poster on the wall. And I said, oh my God, is that you guys? It was these two obese women, half naked, in this poster, and they said that men like obese, some men like obese women, and they were burlesque dancers. Yeah, they were burlesque dancers. Also, too, the house was infested with cats, and there was 3 dead cats in the hallway. One of my investigators was so disgusted, and she saw the 3 dead cats, she called the SPCA. And these 2 ladies, I did a fast house blessing, a Roman Catholic house blessing. I did a fast one and got the hell out of there. That was another case. Oh, and then and I think I told this story before, but there was another case that I had where it was near Stockton, California. And I get this call, and I was a brand new paranormal investigator. I was just learning the ropes, how to use the equipment and all this sort of stuff. And I had the paranormal hotline, and I get this phone call, and this lady says, we got a demon in the house. And I said, well, I'm in Stockton Boulevard, and they said that we're at so-and-so. Well, that was really close to where I was at. I said, well, I can be right over there. So I went right over there, and this woman, she looked like a grandmother. She looked really nice, and she lived with her goddaughter, who was about 30 years old. They invited me in the house, and they said that this demon looks like a black mass and is in the hallway, and it appears around about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm kind of like hanging around because I want to see this demon, and I'm interviewing her on my laptop, and she goes, Paul, I have visions. I go, what kind of visions? She goes, I have visions of killing men. Well, mind you, I was the only man in that house. And I said, how are you killing? I go, how are you killing these men? She goes, by taking a baseball bat and bashing their brains out. I go, holy crap. And I said, okay, about 15 minutes later, I looked towards the living room, and her goddaughter's holding a baseball bat with a maniacal look on her face and spinning around with the baseball bat. And I said, oh my God, I'm thinking in my head, I got to get out of here. So I said, look, this story is going to be so good, I'm going to get the producer to look at it. I'll be right back. They said, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'll be right back. I live right down the street, which I was lying. And and I was so scared. I ran out there with my laptop, but I left my cell phone. And I learned right there, I said, I'm not afraid of ghosts, and I'm not afraid of demons, but I am afraid of a 30-year-old woman with a baseball bat. So, yeah. And then I'll tell you one more case. Okay, another case I had was this guy, and he had this one of those policeman flashlights, you know, the big ones, metallic ones, that can really conk you in the head. And he goes, if I turn on the light and I pound it towards the wall, it'll open up a portal and the demon will come out. And this guy kept on doing it, and he's doing it so much he's pouring down sweat. And then he looks at me with this sinister look, and he's holding his flashlight. I thought, oh my God, I'm in danger. This guy's going to hit me with that flashlight. I left the room. I looked at my investigators. I go, let's get out of here now. I said, we're in danger. And that guy, about a week later, was arrested for domestic abuse. He was violent. And so those are the type of situations that I've seen. Oh, how did I forget this other one?
Hey, real quick. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and go. I got to get prepped for my other show.
Go ahead, yep.
Sure.
So, thank you for having me.
Oh,
everybody, we'll see y'all in a little
No.
while.
all right, Tex.
Yeah, we're going to be interviewing the grandchildren of Jesse James.
Oh, wow, that is cool. That's cool. That is cool.
Wonderful. God bless you. And thank you for your help today. And I want to let you guys know next time the video and all four of us will be there. Hopefully Tex can join us. It will be on Tea Time with Duchess. So please do not forget to actually subscribe there, because that's where the next show will be on. Again, thank you, Tex, so much for joining us, and I'm looking forward to see you here next time. Thank you, bro.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Somebody drop the link to Danielle's channel in the chat, please. And
Yes, please.
I'll get Gary.
See you later.
Gary is my help. God bless you, my friend. God bless
Love
you.
you, sis.
Yeah, and Digger Dog, I'm over in Sacramento, California. Sacramento, Northern California.
Wow. So I have a question for you. I'm going to show a couple, ladies and gentlemen, be prepared. So these are original pictures that are proven fact, that are mysteries of spirits and orbs and other dimension around us. That it means we are getting these energies flowing around. So I do have a couple pictures. So if you don't mind, when you have read show the first picture of orbs, and I'll talk a little bit about it.
Let's
When
check
you're
in to see the
ready.
order that
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this one.
So this is actually, it's called a black forest. So this is I'm 100% sure that many of you did hear of the black forest in Austria. So this is in Austria, and they're actually saying that because of the Nazis and many things that were happening in there, and even the people that were running away from Nazis, that were real Germans, and not going to join them, many of them were killed, especially their nobles and, Lestels, the people that had money. If they didn't want to join them, they would run to this forest and try to hide. But they're saying, especially when the early dusk comes, so early in the morning, around, 5:30 or around 3:30 a.m., what is at that time, they will be capable of seeing many of these orbs. So what do you gentlemen things, and if you guys in the chat would like to make a comment on what you guys think about and this is taken by the national TV station, so it's not a picture that is taken by somebody, it's not made, by this artificial intelligence, so this is made by the national television channel. They were actually doing documentary, and somebody was taking pictures, and that's how the photo came up. What do you guys think?
Danielle, I've been to the Black Forest. I was stationed in Nuremberg, Germany.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I was in the army,
Yes.
I was stationed at Nuremberg, Germany. I visited the Black Forest, and the reason why I visited the Black Forest is because of a story, a legend, of a man that was completely on fire. And you can actually look this up, but was completely on fire. And he was able to fly around. He was like the Human Torch. And he landed on top of a church steeple, and the people, the townsfolk, threw rocks at him. And this man who was on fire flew off and never was seen again. And that happened in the Black Forest. The Black Forest is very mystical. Very mystical.
So now when you see these pictures that are made in 90s, and it's made by the national television again, so I always go by original you guys research sites, and if somebody send me something, I also go deep into it, because with today's technology, we can be anywhere, we can be anyone. And sometimes I joke, I said, oh, I wish I had this when I was a kid, I bet you I would be all over the place. So I'm wondering, when you see these orbs in like Black Forest, and especially Paul, you've been there, and Donny, you do lots of research and the studies about paranormal. What kind of feeling do you get? Do you really think that this is possible? That this is, the souls of, these victims, of people that are running away? What it could be?
Well, like the photo that you just showed us, those are called blizzard orbs. Yes. Blizzard orbs. And I have a bunch of pictures like that where it's just 1,000 orbs. And a lot of people just say it's dust, but then other people think it's spiritual, that it's a spiritual containment field. So what I try to do with orbs is try to see if it has an intelligent movement. So if I was there, and I wasn't there, but if I was there and I took a picture like that, I would place my hand up against a tree and say, appear by my hand. And if they appear by my hand, that showed intelligent movement. That's something I can deem as supernatural.
And what do you think, Donny? And like I'm saying, because it is a picture by the professional photographers, by somebody who was doing documentary there, so it was their own picture from the TV station. So I pretty much, that's why I think it's legitimate, because these people would be capable of seeing what is dust, what is the different weather issues. So when I saw that and the people were sharing it with me, I got really
is definitely a sign that there's something there. That's what orbs usually are, right? That something's nearby. Like a lot of times people say an orb is when you see an orb in the woods, they often report cryptid sightings right afterwards, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes. That's totally true.
yeah.
What do
I think it's
you
legit.
know? There's another one. Yeah, another one, Donny, if you would like to share.
Yeah.
Thank you. So this one is the reason why this one is not a real photo, like you can say it's artificial intelligence, but it's made by the person, like who was there. And they said the reason why that some of the orbs had more of the blue color and the yellow color. So what do you think about that? Because they said that it wasn't capable to be captured by the camera, but they were capable to see the orbs changing the colors and the shape while they were watching them with their own eyes. What do you think about that?